Hey everybody, we're back for RLG Cast. We're talking trailers today. I'm here with JohnnyDonuts 777, and are you excited because trailers are coming out for really cool looking movies, and I just want to party.
The summer's looking good.
It's looking party time. Check his stuff out. It'll be in the description below, and subscribe to this channel, because we're gonna talk about some trailers that you might like. So if you like, then we'll both like.
Then we can be friends.
Well, I don't know about that.
Okay.
Anywho, it's the Hoose of Block,
Who's the block?
and let's just start talking about movie stuffs.
Mm-hmm.
So we
Yeah.
got at least five big
Five
trailers.
trailers. Yeah.
We're gonna start off with Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice. Oh, when I saw like Jenna Ortega riding the bike and she's going across the bridge, I'm like, okay, here we go. Because there've been a lot of fake trailers out there lately. And when the official Warner Brothers trailer came out, I'm like, okay, here we go. Here we go. And who do you think is dead?
The dad, Jeffrey Wright or whatever his name is.
Jeffrey
Not
Wright?
Jeffrey Wright.
Jeffrey
What?
Wright?
The guy who plays
Yeah,
the
yeah.
dad.
The principal from Ferris Bueller.
Yeah, yeah. I can't think of his last name. Jeffrey something.
Yeah. Jeffrey Jones.
Jeffrey Jones. It's him
Yeah.
for sure.
Or do you think it's Lydia's husband?
No, I think it's Jeffrey Jones
Okay. Because they have to
because
write him out somehow.
they have to write him out somehow because they can't use him.
Because he's a piece of garbage human being.
Yeah. Um, So, and I think that you're gonna find out that the dad is just out of the picture.
Okay. That's why she moves back to the farmhouse.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'll take that.
I was all in, man. She pulls the
Yeah.
thing and it's the town, and then the town, the
Starts to
split, and then the
split, and then you
thing,
see
and
like the frame him coming up. The only thing I was waiting for, I was waiting for is showtime.
but I think they are purposely not doing that.
Okay.
Like they're saving that.
But we don't have any plot points though. What leads to Beetlejuice being called back? You think Jenna Ortega's character
Yeah,
calls
for
him
sure.
by
The daughter
accident?
got tricked for sure. The sign says Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice on it, and she probably read it.
Yeah. And Beetlejuice is out to get revenge for not marrying Lydia?
He's probably gonna try to marry Jenna Ortega now.
But can we say Michael Keaton looks fantastic in that makeup?
And old.
But still,
Okay,
he is dead after all.
he still got it, and it's like I think in my head, I had a whole process of this. It's like the Batman thing.
Hmm. Yeah, they
I'm
showed the
sure,
pictures of him back to like
but do you see him at the Oscars? How he just like became Batman out of nowhere?
he brought his own ascot.
And but the thing is, like, do you think he had to go back and watch Beetlejuice a few times to like nail the voice again, or did he just immediately I can just do Beetlejuice?
I don't know because if he was able to do Batman back again really easily, I don't see him to do an
But
issue with
do
Beetlejuice.
you think maybe he went back and watched Batman to remember
Probably.
how he did it?
Yeah, at least once.
I gotta switch headphones.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah,
Anyways,
Michael Keaton seems the type that would do not method acting, but in terms of like, I want to, like, we've been waiting a long time for this movie, basically, so we want to make sure it's good.
yeah, and
At
I'm
least he
okay.
wants to, because Michael Keaton was the best part of The Flash.
Oh, for shizzle.
Yeah. And clearly the cast is solid. Like, they brought everybody back that's still available in terms of like, they brought Lydia back. They brought her mother, Catherine O'Hara's character
They brought
back.
back the guy who designed the house. He's in it.
Hmm.
I don't remember what his name is.
Do you think we're gonna get a cameo by the Dietzes? Or not the Dietzes, the Maitlands.
Probably.
Okay.
Probably.
An Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis cameo, or at least a reference.
I don't think you're gonna see Alec Baldwin in anything for a
Yeah.
long time.
But I
Um,
know three of them have passed away. I know the guy who played Otho, that little fat round dude, he's dead. Robert Goulet is dead, and so is who's the other one that passed away? There's three of those actors from that movie that have passed away.
well, they're dead.
Yeah. But no, it looks fantastic. I'm excited for it. September can't come soon enough for that one.
Yep. Okay, we're gonna get off that. Let's talk about Alien Romulans.
Romulus. Romulans. Yes, the
Romulans.
xenomorph is going to fight the Romulans and the Vulcans are going
That's
to come.
wicked. That what missed opportunity.
Alien Romulans. it looks fine. They didn't give us a lot in the teaser. Is this supposed to be Ellen Ripley?
No,
Okay.
I think if it's anyone, it's gonna be the girl,
Amanda Ripley or Newt?
Newt.
So this is going to take place after, or is this bridging the gap between
Maybe this
Covenant?
shows us how Newt dies. Because they hint at the fact that Newt and what's the guy's name? From
Hicks.
Alien Hicks. Newt and Hicks die, right? Because she's been cryogenically frozen or whatever for the
Right.
whole time, and this could be how it happens.
Because from what I understood too, this movie bridges the gap between Covenant and the original Alien.
Then I don't know. This could be anything. Who cares? I honestly thought it looked really cool. I love
Yeah,
the
it
fact
does.
that the set design
Hmm.
it doesn't look like Star Wars or Star Trek. It looks like they recaptured the look of the 80s aliens.
Yeah,
Like it doesn't feel like a modern look. It looks like a shitty
yeah.
80 like
Down to the computer monitors
yeah,
and
like
everything. Yeah. So they recaptured. Like, I mean, I like it. Like, I mean, I think they may go back to that because the original Alien was a horror movie. It was a horror movie in space.
and this feels like it
And
has that
this
tone.
exactly. Like there's only one or two, like there's many face huggers, but you rarely see the xenomorph in this movie.
Yeah, I think you're gonna see that scene with the face huggers happen, and then they're gonna kill everyone who got attacked by the
Infected.
face huggers.
Yeah. But I like it. I mean, anything alien xenomorph related, I'm sold, unless it's Alien versus Predator Requiem.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, even Alien 3, I didn't mind Alien 3.
I
I
like
didn't mind
Alien 3.
I didn't mind Alien Resurrection either. Like it's
It has Winona Ryder.
yeah.
Never
But
mind that.
unless this takes place while Ripley's frozen.
It could, who knows?
Kind of like what
Um
they did. What was that game? Alien Isolation, where it was Amanda Ripley, her daughter
yeah.
was the main character. Unless this is
Yeah.
that, unless they're going with that kind of aesthetic, which I wouldn't mind either.
Well, if it bridges the gap between those other two movies, it can't be Amanda Ripley because she wouldn't be born yet.
Right, but yeah, no, remember because when they take her out of cryogenic in Alien and Aliens, the Paul Reiser tells her daughter's dead.
Yeah, but this movie would be before Alien if it
Mm,
takes between Covenant and Prometheus, or whatever you said, between
yeah,
Prometheus and Alien.
and
I
Covenant.
mean,
Okay.
Covenant and yeah, you know what I
But I
mean.
mean, we'll have to wait to see. But I'm sold on this one too. I'm like I said, anything aliens, I'm down for, and this looks really good.
And I love Romulans.
Yes,
Um,
I'm more of a Klingon guy
I
myself,
mean
but
that's fair. Yeah, you're a clinger.
I'm Klinger, Bajoran,
H5 clinger. Okay, what's next? What are you talking about next?
whichever one. I mean, let's talk about one of the one that didn't impress me, Furiosa.
Furiosa is the only one of these I think that didn't impress me. It
The
looks
trailer
like
looked
poo.
rushed. It looked rushed. The CD, the like the C, at least clean up the CG. The CG looked janky as hell.
This is the issue too, right? I feel like that movie was put on a huge schedule where the other one wasn't. Tom
Hmm.
Hardy wasn't a megastar yet, and Charlize Theron was in that period of like not really doing much. So you had so much
Yeah.
time to film this with the practical effects. This movie,
And this takes place before Fury Road.
yeah, this movie has so much CGI. It's crazy. It's
Yeah.
everything is CGI about it. It's the first one.
Yeah.
The thing that made it so nice was that it was all practical.
Practical. Yeah.
This trailer is just like it looks like Zack Snyder made this movie.
Yeah. With all the flash cuts and stuff like that, for sure. Chris Hemsworth character, do you think he's the original Max?
No,
No?
no. I
Because I'm
think
like I said,
he's
this is bridging the gap between Beyond Thunderdome and Fury Road, right? This kind of takes place
and
in
which
between.
okay, so this is where it's like weird because if this is bridging the gap and Charlize Theron's character is this young, how is Max still that age 30 years later or whatever, 15 years
Because
later?
what happened Fury Road takes place 45 years after. And they kind of aged Chris Hemsworth a little bit. So maybe this place takes place only maybe 10 to 15 years after Beyond
Okay, but
Thunderdome.
how is Tom Hardy Max then?
It's a different Max.
How can there be a different Max?
They established that he's Tom Hardy's Max is not the same Max from the Road Warrior.
So how is he Max? Like, what is it? A title?
Yeah,
So
because they it's an honorific title, like because the first Max was Mel Gibson's character,
so
so
Mad
Max,
Max was like, you're gonna be the next Mad Max.
yeah, it's an honorific title. Yeah.
So like a Morton Joe is in this,
Hmm. Yeah,
and
he's back.
he's like the good guy.
Yeah,
And I guess that's how Charlize Theron's character got with him,
him in the
like
first
to
place.
work with
Yeah.
him because he helps her fight Chris Hemsworth's character, who
Yeah.
must be like the bad guy, which Mad Max wouldn't be the bad
Wouldn't be the
guy.
bad guy. Yeah. I don't know. I'm confused. That's why I don't know where they're going with this movie.
See, but what you could do in this is you could have Mel Gibson show up as the original Max as a really old man. And
Yeah.
now we see how he passed off the thing to Tom Hardy's character in like a
Yeah.
passing scene. Like it doesn't have to be long, right?
Yeah, because Furiosa and Max cannot interact in this movie because they haven't met each other
No,
yet.
but you can have it be like somewhere in the prologue, like explaining
Yeah.
how you're getting there.
Because Mel Gibson, I liked Mel Gibson when he did just recently he was in Continental, the John Wick's prequel
Yeah. He was
series.
also in Fat Man, which was pretty all right
Yeah.
Santa movie.
Yes, it was. But yeah, I could see that, and that's how he gets the Max title because the Interceptor has been spotted on set.
Okay, so
So we'll see. But I mean, like I said, it doesn't. This is the one that doesn't convince
oh
me.
yeah, I know what you're saying because they were saying the rumor was that Tom Hardy's Mad Max is
Hmm.
the animal kid.
Yeah,
What's his name? The feral child or
that feral
whatever?
child from Beyond Thunderdome. Yeah,
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about all of that. That just came back right
yeah,
now. Um See, I don't have a Timmy, so I don't have
yeah.
that
We don't have
luxury.
Timmy. I can. I mean, if you need, I can lend him out to you.
Oh, you're so nice.
Timmy works for free anyway. He
Yeah,
works for cheeseburgers,
your extra cheeseburgers. I
just
mean,
like
I
Randy.
kind of want to eat the cheeseburgers myself, so I don't know.
Okay,
I'll give him monsters. I got a fridge full of energy
okay.
drinks. I don't. I'm not excited for this movie.
Because she was one of the better characters from Fury Road.
She is. She's probably the best character in Fury Road, and Anya Taylor-Joy is a great actress. So I'm not like I don't think
Yeah.
this movie's going to be poop. George Miller is also a good director. My thing is just I the trailer doesn't look good.
No.
Like our visually does not look good
No,
either.
visually it doesn't. It looks discombobulated. It looks all over the place. It looks like TNA's booking right now.
Yeah, that's a good call. It looks like the trailer for Justice League. Um, I don't want to talk about that
Yeah.
anymore.
Moving on.
Fallout.
Fallout. It looked to me. I'm excited for it.
I am too, and I'm not even like a Fallout guy. Like maybe
I
New
I'm a
Vegas.
Bethesda. I'll admit it. I'm a Bethesda fanboy. Always have been. I love
Even
Starfield.
79,
Sorry.
even Fallout 79 or whatever it was
76.
called.
I'll tell you, it got better. It got better.
Oh, you're a sympathizer. That's not
Eh,
okay.
it got better. I'll give it that. Like what won't get better is Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League.
I heard it was decent for like a one-time playthrough,
Yeah, but as a games as a service game, no, it doesn't work.
and I can't believe they're still sticking with that.
Yeah, and it's
Um,
still full priced.
well, anywho,
Besides the point. Yeah. Fallout, like I said, so I've always been a fan of the series, the game series that is. Fallout 4 to this day is probably still one of my favorite games. Like it's still like, and I loved Skyrim, so I've always loved. And maybe if this Fallout series does well, could we get a Skyrim series?
I think it's possible. I think it's possible. Did Bethesda make Fable?
No, that was Microsoft Studios. But can we
Uh,
say how good Walton Goggins looks as
oh,
the
I'm really just hyped for everything about it. It looks
yeah.
so good. Sorry.
Kyle
It looks
McLaughlin is in it. Like
it just they actually pulled in some like real actors. Like it's not
mhm.
just like a
The
movie.
guy from Lost and Michael Emerson there.
No, it's I'm pleasantly surprised by the trailer.
Yeah. And it recaptures some of the Fallout, like limbs. She like you see her walk out with like the whole Pip Boy on her arm, like kind of thing. Like it it also adds that balance because if you're familiar with the Fallout games, when you're inside the vault, it's very like, haha, happy go lucky, but then you don't know what's outside kind of thing.
And it
And
adds to it in like a way like the movie Blast from the Past. It adds a comedy element to it because it's like
mhm,
these people don't know that the world has never stopped. Like they got put in the
it could,
fallout shelter
yeah,
thinking that the world ended, but it never ended.
never
It
ended.
just
People
kept,
continued
yeah.
because you see him as the Vault-Tec employee at the beginning of the trailer, and then you see him as the feral, not a feral ghoul, but you see him as a ghoul later on, like a bounty hunter ghoul. He's one of the ghouls, like
Yeah, he's
because
the one
it's
with the no face.
yeah, the guy with no nose there.
Yeah, no nose. Sorry. But yeah, he's basically Red Skull.
Yeah,
And I don't know, I'm pretty excited for this. Let's talk about
yeah,
Penguin.
Penguin. That one too. It's a crime.
That is the best trailer of all these
It's
trailers.
Batman without Batman telling the crime story, which I love. Absolutely, it's going to be a gangster story.
Somebody told me, listen to this complaint. It doesn't feel like it fits in the Batman universe enough. It's not
Mhm.
Batman-y enough. And I'm like, that's the point. I'm like,
It's
I'm
not
pretty
supposed to
sure
be.
that's the point. It's not supposed to feel like Batman. It's
This is
supposed to.
Penguin's rise to power.
And I really like that they immediately just dropped like a mafia tone on it. They weren't like,
Hmm.
we're not gonna sugarcoat
And
this.
he's
It's gonna
and
be
he's
full
starting to look a
Sopranos.
little. He's starting to put on like he looks bigger than he did in Batman. He's put on a little bit more of that Penguin weight. He's slowly transitioning into that Penguin character. There's even a scene in the trailer where in Batman he walked fine. But in the trailer, you see him with the leg braces, so you know something happens to his legs to give him that waddle in the show.
Batman probably broke his legs.
And I hope, as a Batman fan, I hope we do not get Batman in this show.
I don't mind if you do a thing where it's like it mentions it or it shows him like fly through the sky at night or something, but like I don't
Yeah,
want like a conversation between Batman and
and Penguin. I do not want them to like give me a little tidbit, give me a little cameo, but he can't be the focal part of this.
no, 100% agree. Show me the bat signal or something like that.
Yeah,
Don't
have it
uh
end with the bat signal and lead right into Batman 2.
have him talk about Batman and then you just see the Batmobile drive through the city or something. I don't
Hmm.
know, something like that. But yeah, I'm genuinely excited for this. This is I don't know, it's hard because you got five really good trailers.
Hmm.
Um four really good
Good
trailers.
trailers, yeah.
Five important movies.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this: the Furiosa trailer knocked Furiosa off my most anticipated list.
Yeah, because I saw your post the other day that it was one of the most anticipated for this year.
It's not
But
on it,
no, not anymore.
not
Yeah.
anymore.
There's a couple others that came out. I think there's at least one more, no?
No, I don't think we need to speculate into the speculations. I do know that coming out very shortly. Ghostbusters is out right now.
Yeah.
A lot of people a lot of the critic response to it is negative, but everyone who's like a really big Ghostbusters fan is saying that it's actually a pretty solid movie.
Ghostbusters movie.
And
It's
you'll
kind of like a Ghostbusters 2, where it wasn't that good of a movie, but it was
Yeah.
fun.
It's the big thing I'm seeing is if you loved real Ghostbusters, that this is exactly the movie you want.
Okay.
Like it's like the animated series. And
Okay.
then Godzilla vs Kong comes out, or
Yeah.
Godzilla X Kong comes out next week, I think.
Yeah. I'm looking
Uh
forward to that. What did you think of, was it Marvel 1943 or whatever it is?
the video game trailer, I
Yeah.
think the graphics are
But
mental.
is it a game or is it a show? It's a show, right?
Is it a show? I thought it was a
It's a
game.
show. It's a show completely done in Unreal Engine 5.4 or something like that.
Are you sure? I thought it was a video game.
No, it's a show.
Get Timmy. Call Timmy.
Timmy, was it Rise of Hydra? Timmy's looking it up right now. Marvel 1943, Rise of Hydra. Okay, it is a game. Okay, I thought it was a show.
Yeah, that's how good it looks.
Yeah, I thought it was like a show. I really did.
I don't know how excited I am for the actual game, but I
It's
feel
Amy
like
Hennig. Amy Hennig is the story writer behind the Uncharted series.
the graphics look fucking mental.
Yeah. And what's his name from The Walking Dead as Black Panther?
I'm just we'll
Barry Payton.
say we'll hold excitement until we see more, but I just think
Yeah.
I don't know if we've ever seen graphics like that.
No. Like when you said it's a game and not a show, I was like, what? Like I was genuinely shocked. I thought this was going to be part of the animation studios.
Yeah, because when you said it was a show, I was like, holy shit, this is gonna be a great show.
Yeah, but yeah, Amy Hennig, she was supposed to be working on Star Wars. She was supposed to do that Star Wars game for EA, and then they canceled it because EA said nobody wants to play a single player adventure. And then
Oh
they,
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. What about Acolyte? How do you feel about that?
oh, Acolyte. I don't know yet. I don't know yet.
The
I
girl
need
has
to
the
see.
whip,
Yeah, the
the lightsaber.
lightsaber whip. I like Carrie Ann Moss, so and we're getting to see Jedi Sentinels with the yellow sabers.
This is true.
And like I've always been a fan of the High Republic era. Some of my favorite novels were from the High Republic era. This takes place 1,000 years before uh Phantom Menace. Is Darth Revan the villain?
That's what people are saying.
Because I can either see it being Darth Revan or Darth Bane to establish the
I
rule of
mean,
two.
that's a good one. I've never read them to like give you great detail on it.
See, whereas I have, right? That's why I'm thinking
I
this
do
takes
don't know. I
place
do know Darth Bane really well. Darth Revan is just like I know what
from
it
the
looks
game.
like. That's
Yeah.
basically it.
But I think from what from what I'm piecing together, it's going to be Darth Bane as the main villain, and he's going to establish the whole because right now during this period of the New Republic or the Republic, there's no Sith. They're in a time of quote unquote peace. So I think this is going to reestablish the Sith coming back into power.
Okay, so that's good. It
Yeah.
could be interesting. It could be really
Yeah.
interesting. I don't have anything else. Do you have anything
No,
else?
I'm good. I'm
All
good.
right.
I'm good.
Well,
I'm good.
I think we should end this.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching. Like,
Thanks to
comment,
Timmy.
subscribe. Thanks to Timmy. Let us know what you guys think in the comments below. And, have a good one.